Multiple victims were found after a shooting in Sarasota, Florida's Amberley neighborhood, according to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office could not confirm the number of victims, but said there were no survivors and the suspect was accounted for. The Sheriff's Office is waiting for a sheriff who can count so they can confirm the number of victims. Florida. House lawmakers on Tuesday rejected an attempt by Speaker Mike Johnson to block votes on resolutions disapproving of Trump's tariffs. The procedural step failed with 217 opposed and 214 in favor, with 3 Republicans joining all 214 Democrats in voting against the measure. They shot the tariff, but they should have shot the... Senator Mitch McConnell, Republican from Kentucky, has been discharged from the hospital after being admitted with flu-like symptoms early last week. McConnell, 83, was admitted into the hospital because flu is what his life did right before his eyes. A Republican U.S. lawmaker on Wednesday accused Attorney General Pam Bondi of concealing the names of powerful associates of the late financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, as she faced questions about the Justice Department's handling of investigative files in a combative hearing before a House of Representatives panel. Every time Pam Bondi testifies, an angel gets its wings, pulled out by the roots, and its halo gets used as Satan's cock ring. This has been the Dr. Evan Jolly Roll with headlines and punchlines for February 12th, 2026, the 388th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on MindDog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact.
Me stuff that's meant for
Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what the thing is doing here. There's a thing there, and it shouldn't be there. I hate when there's a thing shouldn't be where there's a thing.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Oh, yeah. Hot coffee.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
I don't know if I ever turned on
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Yeah.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
I'm not going to make anybody laugh while I'm trying to turn on the thing that I forgot to turn on. How about that? Turn it on. Turn it on, baby. Now it's on. Smell that? All right. Listen. Oh, you're listening already? Whoa, look how hot we are on the radio. I'm sorry if I'm blowing out your ears over there. I'll lower it down a little bit for you. All 19 of you. Don't crash your cars. Good morning, folks. It is Thursday, otherwise known as Trash Day, February 12th, 2026. I want everybody who within the sound of my voice to go to your window right now, stick your head out the window and yell, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." Yeah, that's what I want you to do. And if you're going to take orders from me, whatever. What the hell? My wife just sent me a picture of a butterfly in Jenny's office. What the? I don't even know who Jenny is. Whatever. Pam Bondi. How the fuck did this woman even graduate high school? Never mind make it to college and law school. My God, what a pathetic little fucking... She reminds me a little bit of Saddam Hussein when he was like so defiant before they fucking hung him. Oh, is rape victims behind me? Who needs to talk about that? Look at the Dow. Look at the Dow. Look at the S&P. That's what we should be talking about. Fuck you. Let me see what my thing. Oh, you suck, you loser. The official position of the Attorney General of the United States of America is that child rape, sex trafficking, cannibalism, and all sorts of horrific crimes. Not important. The Dow is up. That's all that matters. The Dow. Look at the Dow. Aren't you happy about the? Well, my groceries are fucking still up. So if you want to talk about the economy, no, the economy's not doing well, except if you're a fucking rich motherfucker. It's really getting to the point where we need to do something. National strike, fucking revolution, just fucking go in and tear it down brick by brick if we have to. Today, Mike Johnson wants the House of Representatives to pass a resolution to say a day is not a day. I'm sorry, I'll back off a little bit. A day is not a day. If a president declares an emergency, there's a rule that Congress has 15 days to vote on it. They want to say a day is not a day. A day is not a day. Basically, it gives him a right to declare emergencies anytime he wants and for whatever reason he wants. And this is where we need to really have a national strike. Everybody stop paying your fucking taxes. Don't pay a dime in taxes. Go to your HR person and say, stop taking my taxes out. I'll pay them myself. I'll follow 1099 or whatever the thing is where you pay your own taxes. You do it at the end of and then don't pay. Don't pay. I'm sorry. Am I a little? I didn't sleep well. I have a paint party today. This is going to be a short day. GD has to go get his pubic hair done or whatever. I have a paint party to prep for, and I'm like, there's something obvious. Yeah, I don't think I need to tell you. There's something deeply wrong with me that I'm stressing out over the simplest painting to do today. I'm going. It's in a corporate office, first of all, and I don't want to do it anymore. Like, what the fuck did I what did I get myself into that I have to go do paint parties? I don't mind painting. Painting is fun. But what's going on? I'm getting an alarm thing here. See? I told you. Anyway, where was I? Oh, it's going to be a short day because I got a paint party. GD's got to get his pubic hairs tied together or something. I'm having all sorts of password things with my email, and I like reset your password, reset your you log into the and then I tried like GD's farts smell funny, and that doesn't work. I thought that was my password. I'm a wreck, and there's no reason. Like some people actually have real problems. Going to a paint party, and I'm fucking making that like my life is on the line here. I should read a commercial or play a commercial, but I'm just I don't know what I'm conflicted. You know what? I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I just need some Mind Bloom to chill out. You're not buying the fucking Mind Bloom anyway. Buy the fucking Mind Bloom, test it for me, and if it works on you, I'll be shocked. But also, that's probably not good. The sponsors don't love when you say you'd be shocked if their product works. But you be my guinea pig. You be my guinea pig.
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches, we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
Open somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, In the room with me right now is a man whose farts do smell funny, but it's not my password. Good morning, T.D. Fenderson.
Good morning, America.
Now
MyDogTV.com.
he's farted.
Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry.
No sweat. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, just like where the fudge is made. Go to MyDogTV.com/merch for all the stuff that you don't need but ought to have to make him or her happy. Support your local mercenaries and enjoy the suffering.
Yes, enjoy the suffering because what else is there? There's nothing but suffering. Now, there's somebody trying to sell me bots again over there. It occurs to me, so many of these fucking people are just bot driven. These live streams on Rumble, as I went to set this up this morning for the linkage over there, there's a guy doing a live stream, and according to the numbers on Rumble, and the little counter, he had 25,000 live streamers on in his audience. Nobody in his chat room. Nobody in his fucking chat room, but 25,000 people. And this is not somebody you ever fucking heard of. This is just some dude. And I'm thinking, you know, if all these nobodies are getting how are the television networks getting it? They're all fucking buying these fucking bots to try to make themselves look good. Right? It's all phony. The whole fucking world is phony, right? Tell me I'm right.
I don't know the whole world is phony. I mean, you know what's real? I'll tell you what's real. Real is the pain I felt when you put that picture up and you did not include me. Okay, you just got yourself up by a piano by yourself with the caption "all alone." It's like, I'm here. I've been here, and you're just looking right past me like I don't matter anymore.
I think you're there. I think you took a dip in the coffee cup or something. First of all, I don't do that. That is
you don't do what?
I don't do the graphics here. What is it called? Bitmjoy or something. And when I don't have a show, I just go over there and say, give me a graphic for tomorrow. And they don't have your picture in there. They take it from my social media or something. I don't know where they got that picture, to be honest with you. But I don't
hurts my feelings. And then the captain is all alone. Like, I'm not going to show up. You know, if you did that like next week, like on Tuesday the 24th, and said all alone, I could see that.
Where does it say all alone?
It was somewhere it was, let me see here.
No, it doesn't say all alone.
Okay, going through the motions.
Going through the motions.
And you go more. No, that says potluck.
Potluck. That's all it says, potluck. Because I don't know what the fuck. I didn't, at the time, BitMjoy gave me that graphic. Who knew what was going to happen today? I still don't know what's going to happen today. I know where it's going to end early because you have to have your pubic hairs tied together, and I have to go get ready for a paint party, which there's no reason for me to stress out about. And I don't know why that picture is there. How did that fucking picture get there? And I can't get rid of it. Did you put it there?
Yeah, just now. Wait a minute. Where is it? Where am I? Yeah.
You're there.
Well, you can You're there. Yeah. That.
Well, I don't like it there. Get it out of there. You know, you're a lawyer loser lawyer. What the fuck are you? You're a, I don't know. Let me get my burn book. Hold on. These farts smell funny. Loser lawyer. You're a loser. Don't you tell me what to put up for a graphic, you loser lawyer.
I didn't tell you to put it up. I didn't tell you what to put up. I just said it hurt my feelings that you didn't. That's all.
Oh.
But now as you explain to me that you're not the creative genius behind these posters.
I wish I was. Let me get my burn book here. No, that's not my burn book. That was a snot rag. Yeah, did you see any of this? Pam Bondi's going to hell. I mean, first of all, she knows exactly what she's covering up for.
Yeah, she does.
Everything. I mean, people do child rape. Child rape is the fucking tip of the iceberg here. It gets worse. It's so fucking weird to say it gets much worse than child rape.
Now, this is one of the things that kind of, well, there's a few things that get my goat, but the testimony when the Republicans get a chance to talk to Pam Bondi, they were saying things like, we had like 4 administrations or 3 administrations, and no one else released the Epstein files. Trump was the one who released the Epstein files. Nobody else cared. It's like, okay, Trump made it a campaign issue.
Yeah.
Okay, no one else made it a campaign issue. And to be honest, since it was an FBI investigation, I'm not sure which presidents are aware of every single investigation, especially like if Barack Obama's not friends with Epstein, why would he be caring about that investigation?
Yeah.
I'm
there
not.
are a few things that we can get almost everybody in America to agree upon, but one I think that we will get almost 90% agreement on. Bring Merrick Garland in. Let's ask him that question.
Yeah.
Put him in front of Congress. Well, nobody has a fucking problem with that. Democrats are fucking sick of Merrick Garland. Republicans hate him. Let's bring him in and ask him that question. And you know what he's going to say? We were prosecuting Ghislaine Maxwell. We put her away for 20 years maximum security. And your guys went and said, if you say some nice things about Trump, we'll put you in minimum security. That's what happened. But that's why they didn't release the file. And nobody was calling for it because they were doing active prosecutions, number one. And if you want to fucking make Merrick Garland walk the plank and get him to say that, we're all for it. I think you're for it too, right? You're for it?
Oh yeah. And it doesn't matter whether or not I'm not a Merrick Garland fan, but even if I was a Merrick Garland fan, I don't have a problem with the truth being out there. Okay, let the truth. Yeah, put him on the stand. I voted for Clinton. Put him on the stand. I voted for the other Clinton. If she's involved, put her on the stand. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Because just because I vote for someone doesn't mean I stand with them for everything they do. It just means that at that moment, that's the person with the choices that I had. That's where I'm leaning.
So wait a minute. I just want to be clear here. If you're murdering people, making snuff films, you're eating babies and sacrificing babies to Satan. Stop it! Don't be alarmed. I don't know how to shut that off. So if you're doing all these things and raping kids just for shits and giggles, there, it doesn't matter because the Dow is up, right?
Well, it's funny because yesterday my wife and I were so elated. We were talking.
I think it's elated.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. We were talking and we said, what are we going to have for dinner? And I said to my wife, honey, the Dow is up. She goes, we should have some Dow for dinner. And that's what we did. We ate Dow because we have so much Dow. We are like hemorrhaging Dow. I mean, I can't go to the bathroom without Dow just oozing out of my body. That's how much Dow I have.
I'm a little jealous, to be honest with you, because all I get is S&P. Anyway, yeah.
Well, at least look at your age. If you get a P, that's good.
Yeah, it's just so infuriating, and I think I don't see this general strike working, but we got to try something. It's just getting intolerable. They're getting to the point where they want to literally. There's a resolution that a day is not a day, so that Trump can declare emergencies anytime they want. A day is not a day. When we get to the point that George Orwell is literally running Congress now, or putting words in their mouth, we've got to try something, right? Don't we have to try something?
We are. Like I said, there are many, many, many things going on. It was not just protests and not just lawsuits. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just that people can't pay attention to everything that's going on. I know Mark Elias, I think it's called Democracy Docket. I think they're involved in like 80 different lawsuits against the government.
Wow.
So
the SAVE Act thing, now that's not going to pass this, according to what I'm reading. Then there's no pass to 60 in the Senate, but the House passed it. And this ugly Greta Van Susteren, the OJ facelift dog face bitch cunt. I'm sorry.
It's funny. I liked her better before she went through all the face work and stuff. I mean, she was at one time she was a very good lawyer. She was very smart. I mean, many, 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 many years ago. I don't know what happened to her, but
did facelifts make you stupid?
I think if they snip the wrong nerve endings, or if you start focusing on the wrong thing, like if if like for example, if she got the facelift to get a job, let's say at Fox. Fox says we want you, but we have a standard for the way our blondes have to look, and you don't meet it. And so she does the work, and then she gets over at Fox, and then she goes through the dumbing down process. Because she got the facelift, she got the job. Because she got the job, she went through the dumbing down process. So It's not that the facelift caused the dumbing down, but it's a gradual process.
So let's be clear about a couple of things here. First of all, the SAVE Act is trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist. There is zero illegal aliens voting in.
Percentage-wise, zero.
It's
statistic,
like 0.0000 something.
Yeah, there's a lot of zeros between the decimal point and the first rational number.
It's not happening. And second of all, Greta Van Susteren has been on this. Like, I don't understand why people are against it. Like, it's very difficult to get all the documentation together. Even for me, like I think I mentioned last week, my ex-brother wanted to wanted to know what was on the back of my birth certificate, and I can't find my birth certificate. In order to get a copy of the birth certificate, I have to. It takes 3 months and $185. So if I'm dirt poor, that ain't happening. And election day is coming up. Like,
right.
It's going to make it difficult. So and I try to explain that to Dogface Sestern. I'm sorry. I'm not face shaming her. I am. She's come back. Let's figure out a way to get these 75% of people real IDs. Like people in nursing homes and minorities and stuff who, like, do you not understand that your party has no interest? They have no interest in getting those people IDs. If that were a thing, if they were going to make
that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the SAVE Act, is that because they know. As a matter of fact, that's why court case after court case, when they try to do it on state levels, they've lost.
Right. So they don't want. I mean, yes, if we could make sure that every citizen has photo ID for free or whatever, make it easy for them to get it. Sure, but they have no interest in that, and they're going to kill every initiative to do that. That's what this is all about: stopping people from voting. She can't be that stupid, right? Or maybe she can.
I don't know many people who are actually against people having proper ID to register to vote. Okay, the thing is making sure they have access to that proper ID. I mean, my great aunt lived to be 107 years old.
Oh, she was great then.
Yeah, she lived to be 107 years old, and she voted up until the day she died. But I'm willing to bet that if someone said to her, and let's say when she was 105, you can't vote in the next election unless you find your birth certificate. Okay, she was born in North Carolina. Some places, even if they have the birth certificate, they wrote it, or they registered it in a church or something, like a church. That's where the birth records were, because it's a real rural place. That building may not be there.
Right.
And, I mean, the hospital where I was born doesn't exist.
Mine too. We have that in common. The hospital I was born got torn down 20 years ago. It wasn't there.
Mine got sold to another company and then torn down.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think mine is a Ben and Jerry, not a Ben and Jerry, whatever, Olive Garden or something.
Yeah, I don't even know what mine is, because I remember I asked my mother. I said, it says, because on my birth certificate, because I did have an original copy of my birth certificate. It said I was born in City Hospital. And there was no city. When I got old enough to get interested, I said, Mom, there's no City Hospital. My mother goes, well, that's because it's not called City anymore. It's called Provident. I said, I know where Provident is. You mean that's the building where I was born? She goes, yeah. And then they tore it down.
Wow.
I wanted to go into the hospital to walk around. So this is where I started, right here. And at that point I was probably 13. Oh no, I wasn't 13. I was still wasn't even a teenager yet. So I was going to have to catch the bus or ride my bike there, and it was a sort of a hump. So I didn't ever do it. I just thought the hospital would always be there, and I was wrong.
A hump.
But I figured, you know, if I got there at 10 years old, the people who delivered me might still be there. You know, I actually could meet the person who had their first hands on my body. You know.
Here's something shocking.
Nobody had their hands on my body when I was born?
No. A very hardcore Trumper, Bill Mitchell, billionaire bastard and son of a bitch. He said after a year of observing Pam Bondi, why can't I talk? After a year of observing Pam Bondi performing as Attorney General, and watching her in these hearings, I just don't think she has the gravitas for the job. It's time for President Trump to replace her. That's from a very hardcore Trumper. That's shocking to me. I would have thought they'd rah. She was grinning, like smile. They're talking about people getting raped, and she's cracking a smile. Like, wow. Why haven't you met with the victims yet? And she's kind of. She can't be that stupid to have gotten through high school, college, and law school, right? She can't be that stupid.
No.
So it's got to be just pure evil. It's got to be that. It's just because I would think in Florida, you know, Florida has a lot of stupid. Sorry, Florida, if anybody's listening from Florida, you have to acknowledge they have a lot of stupid in that state.
Well, I'm going to defend Florida just for a moment.
Right.
Just for a moment. And if I go over a moment, stop me. Start the clock. I'm going for a moment. I'm not certain that Florida has more stupid than other southern states, but Florida has a sunshine law that when you do stupid, it's made public. And other places you can do stupid and it remains private. And
stupid has its own PR agent.
So we hear about stupid a lot more out of Florida because of, stupid has a PR agent, and other states, stupid does not. Right. So I don't know that Florida has more stupid. I think statistically they have about the same amount of stupid as like the other southern states.
So speaking of PR, I don't know what this has to do with that. Geraldo Rivera, speaking of PR. He's another guy who because this guy has gotten through law school. Don't ask me how, but he's another guy who I question whether are you acting stupid or are you just evil, and it's really hard to tell sometimes. Like he's another guy who he's a minority. I mean, obviously,
is he?
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. That's why.
I thought you meant rich. Oh, that minority.
Oh yeah. But he's another one who's just acting like I don't understand why people are so against don't want people to have ID. It's like not that people don't want people to have ID. It's the fact that it's really hard to get. Are you that stupid? Make it easy. And it makes me question: are they putting on an acting stupid on purpose? Do they not? And why would you do that in public? Just make yourself like look as dumb as possible, or is it just pure evil? And considering that they get through law school and all that stuff, you have to say, well, listen, you don't have to be a genius to get through law school, but you can't be an idiot.
You don't have to be a genius, but you do have to be determined. You know, because there's a lot of, I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of shit you have to have back. Well, at least now, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound ageist or something, but the people who had to do law school before computers, I think, were better at law than the people who can go to the internet for the same precedents. Because back in the day, you had to know shit. You couldn't just go, what was the Stokes monkey trial? You had to know a little bit more than Stokes monkey trial. You know, you had to maybe know the year, the attorneys or something, so you could go to the book to find the book.
If I can paraphrase your point here, what you're saying is people were better at math before computers. People were better at reading before they could just
better at research.
Research. You had to go to the library, find the right book, open to the right page. It took some effort rather than Google, and they don't even check what Google tells them or
yes,
block them.
because that was that actually became a problem with some judges in the South when their aides were Googling cases, and judges were using those Google results to make decisions or to help make decisions. And so a number of cases, the last time I checked, because I hadn't checked in a while, I wasn't keeping a running tab. I was just doing it for a bit for comedy. And once I lost interest, I stopped counting. But there's like a dozen cases where the judges had to come out and go, I'm sorry, it's on me. That's on me. But at least the judges went, that's on me. You know, not my aides. My aides did their thing. I'm supposed to verify. So at least the judges went like that route. But it still fucked up some of the cases.
Yeah.
I think three got I think three, maybe four of the dozen or so had to have retrials because the new information actually would have caused things to turn out, maybe to have things turn out differently.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a paint party for a organization today, CDLI, which is Community Developers of Long Island. And
I thought those Commercial Driver's License Incorporated,
or it's compact discs of lickety it. I don't know. But so it's a big party. I don't have an assistant there, and yeah, I found myself stressing out. It's the simplest fucking painting ever.
what you see, you went to the last minute. I can't show up to help you now because I got a hair appointment. I could have helped you, but I gotta get my hair done.
Well, if that would be fine, I would appreciate that. But they don't give me any budget for an assistant on this fucking thing. It's like, you know what?
I would charge you the same thing. Well, if you paid me for the show, same thing, be the same day, same rate. I would have done it for the same rate.
Wow, man, like you're a negotiator here. This is too tough for me.
Well, it's too late. Also, I can negotiate real well when it's too late.
But no, but they should give me money. They should just send me an assistant on this thing. They know I'm and you know what? It's not just the number of people. It's that it's a corporate thing, and people in suits and stuff. I take your suit off, put an apron on, whatever. And why am I even stressed? Like, it doesn't matter to me. I could fucking quit this job. Why? Like, what's the worst that could happen? People aren't happy at the end of the day. But there's a couple of things here. It's not my favorite painting at all. It's just like I'm not looking forward to doing the painting. If it was something, this is going to be fun. Not going to be fun. It's a shitty painting I don't like, and they're making me teach a shitty painting I don't like. But even still, why don't I just fucking quit? And again, listen to me what I'm saying, and try to say there are fucking people with real problems, and you're bitching about this. What the fuck is wrong? And this is the conversation that goes on in my head all night long, why I can't sleep. I'm worried about them, stressing out. Then the other shoulder says, are you listening to yourself, you fucking idiot? This is like you're complaining about getting paid for something that most people would tie their fucking pubic hairs together to be able to. I don't know what I'm saying, but people have real jobs, and like the garbage man out in the fucking cold today, he's not complaining. You're complaining about fucking driving an hour, doing a paint party for happy people, and you're complaining about that. And like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with me? There's something seriously wrong with me, and I can't fix it. What is Heavy Kev saying?
I don't know. I thought today was going to be warmer. I really thought today was going to be in the 40s.
My son starts school this year. I'll be worried if he graduates. Why? Why? Why that? Son starts school. Man, damn, you got young kids start school this year. That was always a tough thing for me. Kids starting their first day at school. It was just easy.
Okay. Yes, he says his son starts law school this year.
Oh, law school.
I'll be worried if he graduates. And I think the reason is Kev's been up to some really bad stuff. And if his son graduates law school, he's going to realize it and go, Dad, I can't like be hanging out with you because I'll be like abetting a criminal. I learned what aiding and abetting is today. And that's what I'd be doing.
This is some of the stuff that drives me crazy. Like, defense lawyers, and I know you're not in love with lawyers in general.
Not at all.
But just take this Todd Blanche guy. He defends Donald Trump to the point where he knows Donald Trump fucking raped kids, and then he goes to Ghislaine Maxwell, and he knows what she did, and he's trying to fucking work a deal for them, or try to help them get off in some way. To be a defense lawyer, I know you're supposed to not, you want to defend your client and all that kind of stuff. But
I think they say that their client deserves a vigorous defense. I think vigorous and plagiarist. I mean, not what is it when you lie? Not play. Is it? It's not plagiarism when you lie. It's
perjury.
Yeah.
Pejorious. I don't know if that's a word, but there has to be some kind of ethics about pure evil, like devil's advocate, right? Literally the devil's advocate. When you know you're defending pure evil, how do you fucking live with yourself? I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell and Donald Trump, in order to try and whitewash them and try to cover up for all their stuff and just get them off on all these all very real evil things they did.
This is what I think, and I think that the U.S. government physically actually proved without a doubt. They have proof. They have proof over in Area 51, and this is what the real thing about Area 51 is. This is the real deal. This is what Area 51 is hiding. They have proof that there is no God, and therefore they're not afraid of anything that happens beyond this world. And so they go, look, we know nothing's going to happen to us. We can actually swear on the Bible. We can say and we just can't let them know, because we need the Christians to believe in their God. So we can't let them know we got this. But we can act
Christians,
because that's where a lot of Trump support comes from. It's not coming from the Muslims.
Actually, there are some.
4.
That's but a lot of Jewish and I don't know. Maybe a few Hindus. I mean,
yeah, but the point is they're hiding that because they still need religion to be the opiate of the masses, and so they're hiding that. But that's why they can act totally different. That's why they can say, "Oh, we are a Christian nation." Wink, wink. Because
I hear you. Let me just. I don't think I
play devil's advocate.
No, I want to play Christian's advocate.
Oh shit! How do you even do that without burning up?
Because 2 days ago I had a conversation with 4 Christians, and they were Trump supporters. But I was explaining to him exactly what's in the Epstein files, and I was explaining to him that Pam Bondi said if we prosecute everybody in the Epstein files, the whole system would burn down. And they all at once, almost in unison, like almost in harmony, they said, let it burn down. What good is a world where we condone pedophilia and cannibalism and baby sacrifices and all this stuff? So these were people who were, I wouldn't want to say hardcore Trumpers. They were hardcore non-Democrats. Like everything Democrat and liberal was going to bring us down to communism. So this was in their mind. But they're at the point where they're ready to give up.
But they're followers of Jesus.
Yes.
So when they don't want to really, they don't want to help the poor, or they only want to help the poor Republicans. I'm lost.
They're, and again, I'm trying to be
a Christian advocate. And you're doing a good job.
Their point is charity should come from the home, not from the government. So and I know for a fact these are not necessarily phony Christians. They believe. I know they work soup kitchens, all of them. They are people who give, and they give a lot, but they don't feel like it's the government's place to give. Then they are old school in terms of they are real true big government type of things. They don't want the government getting involved in the federal government, and so they seek charity as an act of the individual, and it starts in the home. So that's it. They are not necessarily against the idea of taking care of the poor and all that stuff, but they do feel like, and their their position for and backing Trump was that God uses evil people sometimes and blah 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 blah. But when it comes to this, they're ready to abandon him for that. And I'm not saying all Christians are, but that gave me some hope to hear them actually. Wait a minute, this is really going on, and I have to go and show them documentation and all the stuff. And then when they, wow, yeah, we can't back that. It's so let the whole world burn down. If it has to be, we'll all be poor, but I'd rather be poor. And what good is a world where we condone rich people just raping, eating people, sacrificing babies, all the stuff that's in there. So
because of the stuff that you're talking about, I can't say hello, Ann, because I don't want people to think that I'm associating Ann with all the bad stuff you're talking about.
No, Ann is a good person.
Yeah, she's good people. So hello, Ann in California, Bakersfield, California. Hello.
Is Kev a crystal meth producer or something? He said his son's motivation for Breaking Bad, for being a lawyer, was Breaking Bad. Like, and is that what scares him? Like, is he cooking meth? Is that the inference, or that's just me like not understanding New Zealand, that language he speaks, New Zealand, right? Is this look? It's like Bad Bunny,
New Zealandese.
New Zealand.
It's New Zealandese.
All right. Whoo! How was it?
New Zealand.
So has anybody went to their window and sucked their head out since
I tried, but my window doesn't open.
Yeah. Yesterday, Liberty DeVito was supposed to be here. I don't know if you know that about yesterday, but do you? And he didn't show up. And then he said he forgot. How do you forget you have a gig in Florida? Oh, I forgot. I'm on my way to the airport. So I said, how about next Wednesday? And I haven't heard back from him. So I have him scheduled tentatively for next Wednesday, but he hasn't said yes to that. So I don't know.
But he hasn't said no. So.
He hasn't said no. So I've kind of penciled him in. But you know what? Penciling people in is not fun, because then I have to go and tell
unpencil them if things don't work out.
I have to go tell Ben M. Joy to go make a graphic and all this stuff that it's not. Anyway, so he might be here next Wednesday, Monday the 23rd. Jeff Altman will be here. Now, I had some conversations with Jeff yesterday. I'm surprised to find out. First of all, he's a drummer. He's an actor, comedian, magician, and now I find out he's a drummer. And he was with Buddy Rich. He was very close with Buddy Rich his entire life from childhood, which is really shocking to me. I did not know that. And but he was with Buddy Rich on his deathbed. He was holding his hand as he died. Wow, that's big.
Now, is that because he had his hand like this?
Well, they
and
were
Buddy's hand was like
Epstein
that.
Island. Yeah, they were on
Epstein Island. And Buddy's hand was like that. And he's going like, "Come on, Buddy, just die. Move your hand."
Yeah.
So he had to hold his hand to move it so that he could strangle him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see how that could happen. Sure.
So,
because I think my brother was holding my mother's hand when she died.
So anyway, what's surprising to me about that is he's a very good drummer, or I guess, I don't know, he must be. I'm taking his word that he's a very good drummer. But in all the times I've seen him he was on the Tonight Show, I think 30 or 40 times. He did Letterman 45 times. All those times, he never wanted to sit in with the band. You would think somebody with those kind of chops would say, you know what, let me sit in with the band once, right?
Or maybe he offered, and maybe back then they were like, well, we don't have the time. I don't know. I mean, because I know they do that with some people, but
Carson definitely. I mean, there were lots of people who went in and sat in with the Tonight Show Orchestra.
I think Carson would have sat in with the band because Carson was a drummer.
I think he did. He did want to. Yeah. Yeah, Carson was a very good drummer too, and studied from Buddy Rich. So, but then we were talking drums, and so when Jeff comes on, we're not just going to talk about magic and comedy and blah 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 blah. We're going to talk drums and stuff. So I'm excited about that. And he was like, he knows Kenny Aronoff, who I've had several conversations, and we were talking about Kenny, and he wanted to know how did you get in touch with Kenny? How do you know Kenny? And when I brought up Liberty, it's like, I don't know that name. I can't believe I don't know that name. I'm a drummer. I should know. Should know the drummer from Billy Joel's band. Why don't I know that? So we were talking about that. But so Jeff, jazz grip guy. His father, Jeff's father, was a magician, but and I guess that was the connection to Buddy Rich as a child, because he's from Syracuse, and I'm like,
I was about to say I was going to say because he must have been a New York kid then, if he were that close to Buddy Rich, because New York.
New York or L.A. or something, right?
Well, Mel Brooks took drum lessons from Buddy Rich, and that was because he was at the club all the time.
The whole world is fucking bots, man. The whole world is bots. We don't want to buy your bots. We don't want to buy your bots. Stop trying to sell me your bots. I'm sorry. We'd rather have 2 listeners than 1,000 bots.
Well,
right?
it's just what happens. That's exactly what we have. Yes. No, I don't know. No.
Oh, actually, the radio is up to 21 now from 19, so we added 2. Anyway, so yeah, there's no buying bots, and I'm just sick of this. People you never heard of, all of a sudden they got 25,000 live stream viewers. No, and all concurrent, like everybody at the same time. Then who's watching television or listening to actual radio? Nobody, right? Nobody. I don't know. Funny thing, when I called Jeff, because we've been playing phone tag and back and forth with. Every time I started to have a conversation with him, something would happen. Oh, Matt, I'll call you right back. And then he'd forget to call me right back. And then like an hour later, call me right back. We'd start a conversation. Oh, I got to go. I'll call you right back. And this went on for about a week. So yesterday, I called him, and he answered the phone. He answered the phone with a, hello. He's fucking with me. So I said, yeah, I have a really important message about your extended warranty. Hold on, so I'll get the part. And he came back with, he was like doing character after character. It's like, I can't fucking improv with you, man. I'm just, all I wanted, it's one line. I just wanted to, I'm calling about your extended warranty. And then, oh yeah, that's funny. And let's have a conversation now. But he just wanted to kind of drag me into a improv performance, and it's like, I'm not good at this, man. I can't. You don't know me. I suck at this. It's well documented that I'm not good at this. So
you should give his number to Tony Walker or Tony Miller, one of those two.
Whichever
one does improv.
He's good at improv, Tony.
Well, doesn't he have to do some improv for his dinner theater thing, or is that all?
No, totally that's scripted. All scripted. He writes the script, and he gets one time when I was working with him. He got in character. He said, "You're not sticking to the script." Yes, I am. No, you're not. I wrote it. Oh, okay. So I thought I was on.
Oh, you're the one.
Yeah. And I wasn't improvising. I was just fucking up.
Yeah, that's my neighbor. I said, because he wants me to be in. Like I said, I the people that think I'm a good actor or think that I would be a good actor have not seen me act. Okay, there are people who say they've seen me do stand up or do characters, and they go like, "You'd be a good actor," and it's like, no, you've never seen me act. You see me do characters. The thing I do at the Reverend, that's not acting. That's just another persona.
The nicest guy has awakened. Whatever happened to Evil Ian? Did the nicest guy kill Evil Ian?
I think if the nicest guy wants us to be able to write back to him, or because when we text, if he's on Twitch, I think if we type to him, he can't read it because it's YouTube, I think.
Yeah. He says you act like a comedian, not me.
See, so that's terrible. That's terrible then, because that's not what they want me to act like, you know.
I don't know. It's a decent part. I would take that part. Depends which side of the bed I wake up on. Oh, I usually wake up on the bottom side of the bed.
I usually wake up on the outside of the bed. When I wake up on the inside, I get all springy.
Right. What was I going to talk about? Do you remember?
Yeah. You were talking about me and how we're celebrating my conception on the 14th.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really. I mean, what's the little? First of all, would you have been any different if a different sperm had made it to the egg faster?
Oh yeah, I think so.
You do?
Well, let's put it this way. I probably would have been raised differently because I probably would have had let's put there was no, I'm struggling because for the longest time in my family, people were convinced that my father was not my father. As a matter of fact, my father's mother, Mama Bear, her and my mother had a falling out because I know that Glenn is not Ernest's son. Okay, and people had like their idea of who my father was. Everybody, the people who said that Ernest was not my father, was convinced that Werner Jordan was my father. No doubt about it. You couldn't convince them otherwise. And to the point where at some point I was beginning to doubt. So.
Yeah.
And that's because my mother and my father had separated several times during them years. And they were separated at the time that I was conceived.
Yeah. Conception. Well, it's no big deal. Birth is even no big. Why do we celebrate birthdays? Let's say it's just a day. It's a fucking day.
Yeah, but I think conception is more important than birthdays.
Do you?
Yeah, well, only because without the conception, you're not going to get to the birthday. But also, to me, the most important thing is that I used to send my mother a card on February 14th saying "Happy Conception Day" from your son, and it would piss her off. And so that's what I really liked about it.
I'm glad.
And she didn't want to be pissed off, but she didn't want to be reminded either.
I don't blame her for that. I can't imagine. I think about sex from a woman's perspective. I can't understand. I mean, I understand biology and all this stuff, but the urge is that why a woman would enjoy sex. It's hard for me to. To me, it's like it feels like something they're driven to do, but then once it happens, they'll be like, "Ew, get off me, you fucking ugly, stinky fucking bear, whatever." I can't imagine being a woman and being on the bottom of a guy. Ew, come on. I didn't sign up for this. How did I get myself in this position?
Okay. Again, this is an awkward transition. I have a note from Ann.
Go ahead.
Okay. Matt, I enjoyed your painting show over the weekend. I couldn't hear you as your music drowned out your voice. Love the picture. Heart emoji.
Who's saying that?
Ann in California. Ann in Bakersfield.
Thank you very much, Ann. I found out from Elizabeth Croydon that the music was still. I thought I turned the music off 30 seconds into the program. And then I found out from Elizabeth Croydon when it was almost over, oh, the music makes it. Like, oh, wait, so you definitely can't hear me then, because I knew the music was too loud at that point. And then Colonel Mike said, I really liked the painting, but I couldn't hear what you were saying because the music was too loud. So I appreciate you saying you enjoyed it. I thought people were hearing me. I was telling the story about the painting because there was a story to the painting. Nobody heard it, so it makes no sense without that story behind it. So I don't know. I need a producer for the music stuff, and I need a 3-camera shoot. And people, Bob Ross was not an easy thing. Turns out, maybe I should get PBS to do it. Maybe I should.
I don't know if they have the funding right now.
All right, here's I'm gonna.
You know where you could get funding if you signed up with Turning Point USA and just did paintings of Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump skipping and holding hands around the lake or something like that.
All right,
you probably get a lot of funding.
Are you sitting down?
I am. I'm sitting down.
That's the same. Stand up. No, Erica Kirk. You know Erica Kirk. You've heard of her, right?
Is that the stripper? Is that her stripper name?
She's in the Epstein files, and this is really weird. Turns out her mother was also a sex trafficker in Europe in some way. Erica is in the Epstein files. She was in charge of an orphanage before she met Charlie. And apparently this orphanage was tied to sex trafficking of little children and stuff like that. So I didn't know about this until the other day. And the more I listened to it, the more creepy it sounded. And it also sounded like according to, they've shown emails back and forth, while she was married, according to Candace Owens and Valhalla VEFT and Kyle Kulinski. So you have far right, middle right, and left here, all saying the same thing and showing the same stuff. She was married to Charlie Kirk, but she was having at least some kind of email romance with a 15-year-old kid. Boy. So she definitely.
Now,
beyond.
Did he text like a man? Is that it? I thought he. I know he was 15, but he really texted like a man.
The point is whether she had Charlie, and all the conspiracy theories about maybe she had him killed or not. Beyond that, or how is she grieving? Oh, people saying, well, that's not the way a person grieves, but people grieve differently. There is no doubt that this woman is as evil as they come to. I mean,
was she in show business at some point?
She was in modeling. She was acting. She was on an MTV reality show.
Okay.
All of those kind of things. She was an actress. I forget what show she was on, some kind of production or something. She's just as phony as they come, and beyond phony. It's a fucking orphanage thing that she was a director of where do you get the qualifications to be a director of an orphanage, and why in Poland or where Yugoslavia or wherever the fuck it was? None of it. It's just like very weird. Like, what kind of past does this person have? And her mother was implicated in sex trafficking as well. It's just like, man, this whole fucking world is run by demons. I mean, I knew there was a dark side to the world, but I didn't know just how deep it ran. It's really disturbing. So I want you to go to your window right now. Stick out your head. Stick your head out the window. Stick out your head. Stick your head out the window and say, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
I have a question for you, Matt, because Ann typed again.
Hello,
Love
Ann.
the music. Was the music that you played original music, or was it just like AI created stuff? She said she loved the music. I'm just asking.
It was original music. It was a song, one of my songs without vocals on it that I used used as a backing track. I forget which one it was, but that's what I do when I do the painting. So I won't get a copyright strike or something like that. I just pull all my vocals and all that stuff out of it and just use the backing track from one of one of my original songs. Thank you very much on that. Why are you in the Govs room? Well, I don't really care.
That way she can just switch, I guess, to Govs when it's to Tony. Tony Miller when it's time.
Tony has Toby Walker on today. No relation. No, it sounds like just a typo, right? Because the B is next to the N. Toby Walker is a Long Island guitarist of some sort of local fame, I guess, but very good player and been part of the Long Island music scene for a long time, 40 years, maybe 35 years, whatever. Very good player. But I'm just thinking, because Tony's brother Frank is also a very good guitarist and part of the Long Island music scene for a very long time. And I think friends with Toby Walker. And now I'm thinking, this feels like a little Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson thing. We've never seen Toby Walker and Tony Walker together. I think we will today. You will, or whoever was watching on Govs after 11 o'clock.
Now, I won't be. Yeah, I won't be watching. I'll be.
You'll be getting your pubic hairs.
I'll be working on my script while my hair is drying.
Huh. How do you do that? You bring a tablet?
I have a
laptop.
Well, I'm not taking my laptop. I'm taking my tablet. I've already emailed the files to my tablet and download them into my tablet so that when I get there, I just have to open up my tablet and I can start working on it. I'm just tweaking it. Making sure I get, because here's the rub. You ever have something that you would be happy if it happened, but you'd also be happy if it didn't happen?
A lot, yeah. I'm supposed, yes.
Okay, Friday night when I do my show, Dylan Brody may be in the audience. He's not. He's saying.
I wouldn't. Yeah. No,
he says he goes. He says I have. He was saying it's. He says, and it almost sounds like I'm talking to you. He goes, I really don't like leaving my house, and it's a 2-hour drive. And I said, it's okay. I said, look, it's okay if you can't make it. I'm like this. I said, look, it's okay. It's all right. He goes, yeah, but how often do you perform in California? Well, the answer to that is once in a lifetime so far, right? So he's like, look, we're friends. I can come out, but it's really hard for me to do that. It's a 2-hour drive. I don't like to leave my house. And I said, okay, man. I mean, Dylan.
You're fucking outing me here. Where's my Dylan wig? Because nobody. The truth is, nobody's ever seen me and Dylan in the same room together at the same time.
Not in the same room, but he has been on the show.
But that was just me swapping between cameras.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, good for Dylan. I appreciate that. I don't want Dylan. Even if I were in California, if I was down the block from his house, I don't want Dylan coming to my show. It's just or if he does, I think I said this to you. I would ask him to be all the way. Don't let me see you until after the show. And it'd be nice to know you were there, but I don't want to know you're there while you're there, because now all I'm going to be thinking is performing for you. Forget the audience.
Exactly, and that's what I worry about, because I'm not a fraud in the sense that I know that certain people affect the way I do perform if they're in the audience. Even though I'm trying to do the same material and cover the same subjects, there's a slight, it's like for example, my wife and I have a different sense of timing, my comedic timing. And if I pause for 3 seconds, to her, I think it feels like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Okay. But to me, it's 3 seconds. And I'm counting 1, 2, 3, and I'm going ahead. But but I know and so quite often she'll say to me, it felt like you were lagging too long between things.
Yeah.
And sometimes I know sometimes I probably was, but she and I have a different sense of timing. She's less patient than I am when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
And so I become aware of it. And then sometimes I'm counting and then thinking, and then I'm thinking about the counting. And then I've gone 5 seconds, which is what I didn't want to do. I only wanted to go 3 seconds, but I add that concern in there. And so I know that. I know there are a couple of people, not many. There are very few people who actually can get into my headspace when I'm performing. But then even when I'm on a roll, nothing gets in my headspace. Once if I get built up, nothing is like getting in my headspace, and I'll just have regrets or something. But nothing is getting. And with Dylan, I know some of my stuff Dylan does not like on principle, and it's because of word count.
Yeah.
Dylan has this thing about word counts in his head, and when I do something, he goes like, "You had 6 words too many in that thing. You had 9 words too many in there." And I don't mind those 6 or 9 words. I'm fine with them. But I know that he's aware of them.
I just don't want to ever perform for anybody that I have respect for, as far as it being.
So you don't have any problem performing around me?
Well, no, I'm talking about. I was about to say people I have respect for is in
the
terms
same industry.
Of, like, yeah, whether it's music or whatever. I don't want to, in the back of my head, feel like I have to impress somebody who, for whatever reason, I hold them in esteem for guitar playing or whatever it is.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want to play guitar if Jimmy Page was in the audience.
I wouldn't even touch a guitar if Jimmy Page was within a mile.
And if you wouldn't want to do a paint party if Sherman Williams was sitting in the audience. I understand how.
I think I would want to paint a house if Sherman Williams was in the audience. Get a bucket and a roller. But yeah, I mean, I'm easily intimidated by my own thoughts about.
Yes, yeah.
And
again, because I know, like I said, I know Dylan has the word count thing in his head, and I don't. I don't have the word count.
So what I would call him and say, listen, I appreciate that you want to come and all that stuff, and honored and whatever, but please sit in the back. Don't let me know you're there till it's over. I don't want to have to, I have said that to people. Like, if you come to my show.
Well, there's nowhere to hide in this. I've seen the layout of the room. The only way I'm not going to see him is if he's sitting behind me.
They have these masks now. I don't know. They're really good.
Yeah, some of these masks are really good. I've seen them. It's like, I'm surprised more bank robbers don't use them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But if you can afford one of those masks, you probably don't need to rob a bank.
Are they that expensive? I didn't know.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
I mean, you could probably get a 3D printer and print your own, I guess.
It's just it's interesting with the facial recognition stuff. People, you can wear those things and really fool. I mean, once I've seen people, the video guys put a mask on. It's like, wow, that's pretty fucking realistic looking. I would love to get one of them and just show up at like a friend's house, knock on the door, and see if they can tell it to me just by the voice. Like,
I did one Halloween. I got dressed up as Spider-Man, and I had my own. Now I had the rubber mask that everybody else had. But I had mirrored lenses that I put in there so people couldn't see my eyes, like the regular Spider-Man. And I went to a party with my friend Doug. Now I said to Doug, we can't walk in together because they'll know who I am if we walk in together. So one of us has to walk in first, and then the other one will walk in later. And so we decided that I would walk in first, because if Doug walked in first and then I showed up, people would have like, he showed up after Doug. So I walked in first about 5-10 minutes before Doug, and then Doug came in. And I did not talk. I did not answer any questions. People were saying, who is that? Who is that? And I wouldn't, and they were trying to guess who I was. And my drummer, look, he goes, well, it's a black guy. He looks at the bottom half of the thing. He goes, well, it's a black guy, and Glenn's the only black guy we know who would show up at this party in the costume. It's Glenn.
Jay Moranti over there on Instagram, if you're still there. Jay is a comedian / actor, Shakespeare Festival guy up in Syracuse, New York. I just want to let him know that on Monday the 23rd, the biggest star to ever come out of Syracuse, New York, will be joining me, Jeff Altman. You should be in the chat room or something then, because I want to talk about Syracuse and his upbringing there. So I just want to let him know because he's on Instagram right now, and people on Instagram definitely come in and go, "What's this? Fuck this," and then they're out of here. So I don't know if he's even still there. He just joined, probably like, "Fuck this." Oh, you were talking about Spider-Man, who to get, and he's out. I don't know. Yeah, so so I want to creep people out a little bit right now, if you don't mind. I take a moment to creep people out about me.
Are you gonna talk about the nude picture that you painted of yourself and posted on OnlyFans?
No, here it's a weird thing about me. I don't know if you know this about me. There are people from my past who rarely they're on my Facebook or something, and I rarely ever see. They don't go on much, and they very rarely interact with any of my posts. But when I see a hot girl from high school or college liking one of my posts or commenting on it, I get excited. Get excited. And it just happened a few moments ago, and I'm like, why does that? Nothing's gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna see them ever again, and even if I did, I wouldn't do any act upon it. But somebody I was very super sexually attracted to, comments on my Facebook. All of a sudden, it gets me. Oh, look! Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And so that's a I have lots of psychological problems, but that one I can't figure out. Like, I really get, oh, look. Like, so what? She likes your fucking post. It doesn't mean she wants to fuck you, and she's not 20 years old anymore, and you're not 22. If that makes if that narrows it down to who I'm talking about.
It does. So
You-
someone who's 20, someone who's
Well,
20 now.
She was 20 when I was 22. So that would
Oh,
make
okay.
her.
How many people were 20 when you were 22?
Well, hot chicks that were in my orbit. Yeah, people who do follow me will know exactly who I'm talking about. I think they'll narrow it down.
Now,
Especially when they see who just commented.
Here's a question for you. The girls that you thought were hot when you were growing up, did they think you were hot as well?
Some of them, and some of them I didn't know about it until many years later.
Now, how did you feel about that? Finding out when it was way too late that somebody used to have a crush on you or used to like you?
Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. I was pretty shy, like as a teen, and then not so shy in my 20s and stuff. But to find out some girls had crushes on me that I thought were just hotter than hot, and then the fact that I didn't act on it because I was too shy or just thought she wouldn't want anything to do with me. Look at
Now, how did that work out for you being shy but yet having the testosterone of a male bull that doesn't know how to stop?
They're two different eras, I think.
Okay.
The horny libido me started around 18, 19 when I started to get a bunch of more self-confident in myself. I was, I was a gym rat at the time before people were gym rats, and all of a sudden I had like an Adonis type of body, and that women noticed. So that gave me confidence. So at that point, and of course, when you are doing that stuff, and I wasn't on steroids or anything, when you're doing that stuff, it's a natural testosterone boost. So the more you exercise, the more you get fit, the more you start to get confidence in yourself. Also, that coincides with natural testosterone boost. You're now becoming a danger, a danger to society. I never did any criminal acts, but that's so different period. So when I was a shy teenager, I was just a skinny, zit-faced loser of a lawyer. I'm just borrowing terms from Pam Boundy's burn book now, but they weren't the same thing. When I was full of libido and a horny fucker was between 18 and say 25, 26. Like there are still moments when my brain just thinks about sexual things a lot, but it's not like get all like, I got to do something about this. I got to do something about this. Yeah. So hello, you. Thank you for commenting on my Facebook page now. And now I'm going to be sexually fantasizing all day about what might have been. Yes. Yes, I did masturbate thinking about you once when I was 23 years old. I did. Maybe more than
Me?
once. No, not you.
Oh.
I didn't even know you when I was 23. But if you would like, no, I don't think I could do it. Anyway, yeah. So, you ready to wrap this thing up yet? Or I mean, I'm out of shit to talk about here. I think I am. Oh, the Kid Rock thing.
Okay.
Somebody posted a photo, standing room only, but they had this huge arena. And it looks like less than 50 people standing around it. And I know he was lip syncing and all this stuff. It's just how is he not just like totally, if that were me and I were like him and had some sort of fame and know what it's like to have people sell out a stadium for people who want to see me, and then go through that and the embarrassment of that. I think he had less than 50 people. It's just to me, I would just want to go fucking hide on a private island somewhere and stick my head in the sand and never be seen again. Like what happened to him? He's gone. You'll never see him again.
Now, did he go up first or last? Because there were like 4 other people that performed, right?
I don't know. I didn't keep that close track of it.
I'm just curious because I think I saw some footage that made it look there's maybe 200 or 300 people there, but there's like a standing section or at least an area like where JD Vance was, and maybe that was like the bodyguarded section, because he's got his security. So I don't know. I can't imagine JD Vance being in the same area as the regular public. But then again, maybe there was no regular public there. Maybe everybody there was there on demand, by special request of the resident in the White House.
Let's see here. If I could blow this up a little bit. Can I blow this up a little? Look at that crowd.
I don't think that. See, that's not. See, look at the signs. I think that's a convention. That's like a Republican convention. That's not from.
It's not.
Yeah, see the signs, like the state things, isn't that?
What sign? I don't see no sign.
Those posts standing like, okay, start where the TikTok word is. Where it says TikTok.
Yeah.
Go to your left. Oh, now it's gone.
Oh, this thing. This.
Yeah. Aren't those? See, that says Hawaii. The one on the far right one says Hawaii. The next one I think says Wisconsin.
All right, maybe. So, but even so, I mean, really, did he perform at any like convention? And even so, why would it
look? What I'm saying is, if that's one of those Republican convention, and he's like there for like the, I don't know, the 6 a.m. section, and there just aren't people there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When like the delegates haven't arrived, these are just some people there. Maybe it's a rehearsal. I mean, maybe he's rehearsing for the show for later.
All right, so maybe this is taken completely out of context, but
like maybe it's a rehearsal, and so they're doing a sound check.
I think you're right. It's not because in that concert he was wearing shorts, right? That he was, and there he's wearing pants, full pants. So maybe this is just clickbait that I fell for.
Yeah, I think it was a sound check at the Republican convention, and that's why the delegate seats are all empty, and the sound quality could be piss poor because they're recording it off of a phone.
Off of a phone, yeah. But why would they? Why would you post that? I mean, and where did they get that footage from? That's a well. I agree that it probably wasn't the concert because of the shorts thing, and the signs do make it look like it was some kind of. But maybe they did have those. Do we have actual footage? I'm not gonna go look for that. But maybe they had those signs at TP USA. I don't know.
I doubt it. They wouldn't have put Hawaii there. They didn't vote for Trump. They would have just had signs from the states that voted for Trump.
Oh yeah.
They're not about unison. They're not about the country. They're about the states that voted for Trump.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So, yeah, there's a 99.9% chance I fell for fake news there.
No, and as far as where they got it from, some guy was probably there and really happy that he got to see his sound check or something and posted it on his Facebook page. And so this person goes, I'm going to use this and troll him.
Yeah.
Look, or clickbait or whatever. Or maybe the person who did it himself wants people to get all excited and go like, he had no people there. So those people look like idiots repeating something that's not true.
I heard, I heard from a lot of people that he really did not have a lot of people there. There was like a live stream, and the actual live crowd was very small. But but I don't now. I'm almost 100%. I'm as close to 100% sure that you're right that was fake news that I just fell for. But still, the embarrassment of this thing, lip syncing to his own music and not doing it well, because I did see some of that where he was just out there, and this was definitely the real thing. He's out in his shorts and just bouncing around, and he wasn't lip syncing well to it at all. And it was just like, wow, this is so embarrassing. And then he went on Laura Ingraham's program and said, if it was lip syncing, we could have fixed it. We could have synced it up. No, you can't. Just because you pre-taped it doesn't mean you can go back and make it look like you were actually singing the words if you weren't.
Right. You can't. Yeah.
Somebody now sharing Jeffrey Epstein photos again in Israel. This guy who looks like him. I would, if I were that guy who is being mistaken for Jeffrey Epstein all over the world, I wouldn't go out of my house. I'd get a makeover. I'd calling a plastic surgeon, getting some hair dye or something to try to make myself not look like Jeffrey Epstein. Because, I mean, you put yourself in danger.
Now here's, and humor me. You're a guy who's wanted. People want to cause you harm because there are people out there who love to harm pedophiles.
Right.
You're not welcomed. Why would you go through all the trouble of hiding in Israel so that people can still identify you?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have, plus with the money that he could have had, a better face, better hair, He could have gotten lifts put in his shoes.
No, absolutely. That's and even if you're not him and you're that guy that looks like him, though, you're still in the danger, because with all these conspiracy theories, even if I looked anything like him at all, I'd be like trying to work on my look.
I'd have a T-shirt that says, I'm not the perv you're looking for.
Yeah.
It would be like I'll have like the Star Wars. I had like the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it'd be like, I'm not the perv you're looking for.
I'm a totally different perv.
That's right. Totally different perv.
Right. All right. So yeah, let's go. Let's wrap this shit up. Tomorrow, I'm trying to remember it. Steph? Is it Steph?
Steph Stigma.
Steph Sigma.
Yes.
Give us a little preview. What are we looking for? Looking at with Steph?
Well, if you want to wait a second, I'll pull up like the 30 seconds of some of her material. You can listen to her.
Yeah, but before you do that, where's she from? What?
Okay, yeah. She's from North Carolina. She's a queen in North Carolina. She's like I said, very funny. She'll tell you that she's autistic. Is it autistic? Or Asperger's. I think autistic. I know she's on.
I think Asperger's is autism. So
but I don't know what spectrum it is. I don't want to, but yeah. So, yes, like I said, North Carolina comedian. I think she's very funny. And oh, there it is. I haven't found it yet. I'm talking and searching and searching and talking.
That's fine. Look and search and search and talk and talk. Somebody is asking weird stuff here. What are you saying? I can't read this, man. Come on, my eyes. Oh, okay. You're just sending me a headshot. Do you know how long she's been doing it? How long she? When
8 years, maybe. Oh, okay. She's been in entertainment for like 30 years, I think. But she's been doing comedy, I think, for 6 to 8 years. Before that, she was a musician. She was I think a gaming programmer, computer programmer, a gaming programmer, or design apps. I can't remember everything. I mean, I had the bio somewhere. Actually, I sent you the bio.
So we're looking at a good fun show tomorrow.
I think so. Here is a 2-minute clip from one of her shows. I just don't know which part of the thing.
I don't see it.
I'm clicking on it now. Part 1. This is here we go. I'm adding it to the stage now.
Little bit about myself. I was born on the summer solstice in the Bermuda Triangle during a lightning storm, which is how I avoid telling people I'm from Florida.
Oh, she was born in Florida.
But I'm living in Wilmington now, which is cool. You know, we got little mini Hollywood here, right? Lots of film productions and stuff. I don't know if you look like a Facebook crowd. So you might have caught that cinematic masterpiece that circulated last year. It was the three-way outside of the Shuckin' Shack. Woo! You got a fan there? Yeah. I don't know. I'd expect that kind of behavior at a Long John Silver's, but yeah, I don't know if they clean the tables the next morning, but it's just weird because normally you don't go to a seafood restaurant to order the spit roast. And, they should definitely change the name of that place, don't you think? You know, like I was trying to come up with the other names, like, I don't know, what about Suck and Snatch? I could tell this gentleman here, he was imagining fucking Shack, you know? But like, that's the thing, I don't get paid the big bucks for low-hanging tuna fish. Yeah, I don't have any tattoos. I've been considering getting a tramp stamp of a QR code. Yeah, so when a guy's back there, at least he gets some useful information. And bring up some menu options for our next destination. More likely, nearest Uber for his preferred destination. Or I could just have it pop up a picture of my face so he can look me in the eyes like I got dignity and self-respect.
There, right. That's a sample.
Do you know where that was from?
North Carolina. I did know when I interviewed her. I did know. I think if I remember correctly, it was like a Wednesday night, someplace in North Carolina. I did know. I really did know, but I don't know now.
It's just the only reason I'm curious because it looked like a very deep stage, and like you don't see that in comedy clubs.
Right. It's not a regular comedy club. It's
like
a place
rock hall.
Right. It's a place that does bands, but they have comedy.
Yeah. All right.
Those are weird places to do comedy because the stages are so deep. If they don't have because I like to perform in theaters, and quite often what I have them do is they just have the curtain behind me, so I only have to worry about the 8 feet instead of the 30 feet behind me. I only worry, from the curtains. But if it's a bar, they don't have a curtain; they just have the deep stage.
Right. If I were playing on a stage that big, performing comedy on a stage that big, and this is a lot to do, but I would bring my own backdrop, fake brick wall. I don't know, for some reason, comedy feels great in front of a fucking brick wall. I don't know why. For me,
I think those old shows programmed us that way.
Yeah,
I think of those old shows because most of us, our first comedy experiences are those like I think Comedy Central, whatever it is that whatever those shows were. I can't even remember what all those shows were, but they had like the little brick wall or the fake brick walls and stuff like that. And that's what most of us
Even like East Side Comedy Club, my first experience in comedy clubs around 1978, 1979 there, that was set up with a brick wall, and you just get used to it. Yeah, you're right. We're conditioned for that, but it just feels natural. And so if I were on a huge stage where it felt like, well, this doesn't feel like a comedy club, I got my own brick wall out in the car. Hold on, I'll go get it, like a shim or
Now
something.
I have a wall of curtains that I can do, but that I don't take that out. I only use that in my basement when I'm converting my
Curtains for you,
basement
I
to a
tell
comedy
you.
club.
Curtains. I don't know where that fucking thing came from. Probably kids today probably said, "What the fuck is that old man rambling about?" In the old movies, gangsters used to say, "It's curtains for you," and I don't
Yeah,
know
it's curtains for you.
what the fuck curtains means. Like
I think it's like on Broadway when you end the show, they brought the curtains and closed the curtains
Oh
on you.
yeah, I
So
remember
it's
from
curtains for you.
Bugs Bunny, they would
Yeah,
actually
end of
throw
the
a curtain
show.
on a guy's head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's
It's
like, how does that go? Overture, hit the lights.
yeah.
Cut the lights. This is it. We've hit the heights. You know what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.
The Bugs and Daffy show Saturday morning when
Yeah,
you'd get all week long, you'd get the after school Bugs Bunny show, and then on Saturday morning you had the Bugs and Daffy show, and they had that opening to it. Da,
yeah.
da, 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 da.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy,
Oh, we're the voice from chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to
God,
go.
Ron's not here giving me shit about Boomer Corner because I was just pissing his face. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready for a paint party. GD's gonna go get his pubic hairs tied together in a nice little bow. And tomorrow he'll be showing them on the show. He'll be demonstrating how to unbow his pubic hairs in hour one. I
Just so
think
you
out.
know, they're not touching those hairs. This
Oh
is all they're doing. They're redoing. They're doing this, and they're not cutting it this time. They're just washing and styling. That's it.
no pubic hairs.
No, no, I no, I he he
That's
gets freaked out.
disappointing.
I'm pretty sure he gets freaked out about stuff like that.
That's disappointing. You would think. Listen, tattoo guys will have to deal with everything. You would think haircutters have probably had to like trim ass hairs at some point, or
No, I think you get to specialize. You don't. You don't. Yeah, I think you get to say no. Because matter of fact, he does specialize. He only does dreads. All of his customers have dreads. He doesn't
I
go in.
think don't Ted Gibson and his husband Jason, they would really relish the pubic hair business. Oh, you need a little trim there. I'm just saying. I know this is the homophobic part of the program for you, in case I missed it. But I think from my experience, so many gay men in the hairdressing thing, you went in and said, "I need my pubes work done." They would, oh, have a seat. They would be into that. Anyway, I could be wrong about that. Maybe gay guys don't like pubic hairs. What do I fucking know? Ah, boy, I ruined everything. Didn't I? I ruined everything I touched. I'm like Donald Trump. It turns to shit. All right. So
Have a nice day, and said to have a nice day.
all right, we'll try to have a nice day. You try to have a nice day. You know what? If I were in California, I'd be sleeping for another 3 hours. I wouldn't be getting up that early. Jesus, you people get up early.
Well,
California.
I'm gonna be doing that when I'm out there.
You're gonna be getting up at 5, 6 in the morning.
Well, for the 23rd, because I'll be on the show on the 23rd, so I'll be up at 5, so I can be on at 6.
Also, you'll be you'll still be on your East Coast body clock. It takes a while to adjust.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I'm worried about because the show starts between 6:30 and 7 evening, which means I'd be starting between 9:30 and 10.
That's perfect.
I'm not used to starting that late. I'm used to finishing that late.
I think from my perspective, and listen, who the fuck am I? I'm nobody. That's who the fuck I am.
And this is after having a 7-hour flight, so I'm gonna have to definitely get a nap and maybe some Coke.
You should have done it the day before. But fun doesn't start until 9 o'clock. Like I hate. There was a time where gigs changed from like later to earlier, and while I appreciate getting home earlier, to me, fun is not supposed to start before 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is the start time. 10 o'clock is even better. When I grew up, the gigs were in my early years. Gigs were 11 to 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning. So that's what I got used to. So that's when fun starts. That's when it's when the evil hour, and evil is fun. That's all I'm saying. Evil is fun. And but the guy was up.
I think in some regards it started because some places wanted to have 2 shows.
Right. Yeah.
So it almost became like a standard for the first show to start that time, whether you have 2 shows or not.
Right. Yeah.
Because even this, I was supposed to do initially. I was going to do 2 shows. When they said
the supermarket show started at 9:30 in the morning. What a fucking drag that is.
Yeah, initially I was going to do back-to-back shows. I was going to do a 6:30, 7 o'clock show, and then do another show after that. But that was supposed to be on Saturday, not Friday. I was doing that on Saturday, and that was the booking thing. And so there's no way I could do 2 shows back-to-back on the 20th after just having flown in.
Yeah. Imagine, because I don't have to imagine this. I do it a lot. When I go to some of these facilities and their morning shows, and your singing voice is not even awake yet. Like,
oh yeah.
It's time to do a show at 11 o'clock in the morning, and like, wait, I can't. Sorry, I'm going to need a note.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, I did it yesterday again. I was driving into town, and something came on the radio that I used to love to sing, and it's got a lot of high notes, and I'm trying to hit it, and I can see the mucus was like coming up my throat. It was like, that's like, I'm starting to, I can't remember. Oh, it was Paradise by what day did I call you about Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
You were singing Paradise by the Dashboard Light by yourself? Yeah. No chick singing?
No, I sang both parts. Yeah, I sang both parts, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I was saying. So when I was doing her part, the mucus was like the phlegm was starting to build up. And I'm like, I want to know right now. It's like,
what do you sing? I mean, baby, baby.
Sleep on. I'd have to hear that. I need something.
Well, for me, even if I hear it, I can't hear it correctly, because what he's saying is, let me sleep on it.
Yeah, let me sleep on it. Yeah,
let me sleep on it. But I always thought.
I thought you wanted to know I thought you wanted to know the notes. I know you wanted to know the words.
No,
baby, let me sleep on it.
Yeah, but it sounds like
sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning.
Let me slip on in
right now.
But because of what the song is about, I always hear it as "Let me slip on in, baby, baby, let me slip on in." And I can't hear it correctly. Yeah, I watched the video, I listened to the song, and I'm like, I'm just hearing "slip on in," because Annie Zager used to say, you can slip right on into this shit anytime you want. I'm just saying that gives me a boner thinking about her telling me that I could slip into that shit. Oh, wait, really? I could. But again, she said it way too late. Like, if you would have told me that 4 years ago, I would have been there. But now, no. Anyway, you know what? The best place to hear Meatloaf music is
That's it. Ain't no doubt about it. We were doubly blessed. Yeah, like that. Yeah. But this is a morning voice. This is my before my 10:30 in the morning voice.
10:30? Is it 10:30? Wow.
10:38.
All right. Best place to hear Meatloaf music is at a Trump rally. Not really. Or you can turn on your radio. Have a great day. Bye for now.
I
listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me.